And this is 36, the podcast. Podcast. 36, the podcast. And this is 36, the podcast.
What's up, Fairbanks? What's up, Fairbanks, North Star Borough? My name is Tilden,
I'm Jeff.
I'm Brandy.
and this is 36 the podcast. I know 2 weeks in a row, probably seeing something a little bit different. Well, that's because we have a special guest host for another episode. This is actually our 20th episode, and we are happy to have Mrs. Brandy Sturdivant
Yes, sir.
with us, standing in for Brandon. Brandon is doing kids hockey things. So Brandon's a hockey dad, and he's doing hockey things today. So, he's doing his thing. And so we've got a very awesome stand-in for him today. So thank you, Brandy, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, all right. So on that note, so we got two hosts or guests for you today. We've got our grown-up dog musher guest, and we've got a junior musher guest. And so what we're going to do is we're going to interview the junior dog musher first while we're drinking our hot water. And our junior musher, what are you drinking? Their junior musher?
Here.
A root beer, huh? Okay, so this is the alcohol-free 36 podcast version right here. But let me get into the introduction. So today's co-guest is someone proving that age doesn't define drive or determination. She's a junior musher, a kennel owner, and the heart behind Ridgeline Kennel, where passion and teamwork meet the frozen trail. Please welcome Evelyn Sturdivant to 36 the podcast. Welcome, Evelyn. How are you doing, young lady?
Very tired right now.
Very tired, huh? Okay, all right then, good deal. So this is what we're gonna do. Normally what we do is we start off with our taste test of today's cast. We're gonna hold off on that until we get to the adult musher, and we're just gonna sip on our refreshing hot water brought to us by Hoodoo Brewery as well. If you're not into drinking alcohol or beer, that's fine. We have other options for you. We have root beer or we have their hot water. So in either case, you can't go wrong with either of these options if you are a alcohol-free person. So let's get into our first set of questions for Miss Evelyn. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so Evelyn, let's start at the beginning. What first got you hooked on mushing, and how did Ridgeline Kennel come to life?
What got me hooked? So,
Gotta talk
I mean, okay, so like, was it your mom? Was it something that you saw? Was it like a TV show? Like did you experience like the Iditarod in Fairbanks? What was it?
my mom had this friend and his son mushed, and I thought it was cool, so I wanted to try a run.
Okay.
And I went for a small training run. I think it was not even a mile.
Okay.
But I held on and went, and I thought it was pretty fun.
Okay. All right. Good deal. And so you were hooked ever since, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many years ago was that probably?
6 years ago?
Okay. So you're how old now?
13.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. All right. And you've been doing this for how long now?
6 years since I was 7.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. So you apparently have your own kennel, and what's it like taking care of that many dogs by yourself?
I don't really do it by myself. My parents help me sometimes, most of the time, but I do the majority of the dog work. It's a lot taking care of 7 dogs. I just recently got a new dog on Wednesday, I think, and it's been okay. It's still a little busy, but I still take care of them.
Okay.
I feed them, pick up their poop,
Yep. Gotcha.
change their hay, feed them, water them.
Okay. So that keeps you pretty busy, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Evelyn, what is the story behind the name Ridgeline Kennel?
So me and my mom went on a run.
And so, okay, so wait a minute. But who's your mom, though, by the way? Ah, okay. So if you guys hadn't put that together yet, Brandy is Evelyn's mom.
Yeah. So we went on a run in the White Mountains to Lee's cabin. Yeah, Lee's cabin, the White Mountains. It was about 14 miles there and back. And since it was on a ridge line, I thought it would be cool since that was our first run out of trails, out of like my normal trails. So I thought it would be cool to name it Ridgeline Kennel after that trip.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Okay. So, so how do you balance school, training, and kennel work and still find time to just, be a kid?
So I wake up, take care of my dog and stuff, and then I go to school normally. I do most of my work in school, so I don't have too much homework to do at home.
Okay.
When I do have homework, it's barely any.
Okay.
So when I get home, I take care of my dogs again. I let them stay inside sometimes.
Yep.
Especially since we haven't had a dog yard for a bit since we're in the middle of moving.
Okay.
So when they're inside, they take up my entire bed space. I have to sit on the floor because of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Good deal.
And yeah, not much schoolwork. And I hang out with my friends on the weekends when I can.
All right.
Which two are sitting right behind us?
Yeah, they're sitting over there.
All right. Good deal. Good deal.
All right, so here's a loaded question for you. Tell us about one of your favorite dogs and what makes them most special.
Chevy, she's my favorite dog. She doesn't really run for me. She runs for my sister, she's in the one dog, but she doesn't really run too much.
Right.
But Chevy's definitely my favorite. She was our first dog we ever got. But my favorite dog on my team would probably have to be Sugar. Since she
Okay.
was my first sled dog.
All right.
Okay, so junior mushing takes serious dedication. What has been your biggest challenge so far, and how did you overcome it?
I don't have too many challenges. It's probably just training them and picking up their poop. That always takes forever when it freezes.
Yep.
I don't have too many challenges. Most challenging on the trail, though, would probably be when I fall off and have to try to get back on my sled.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Okay. So, you competed in races so far, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, what's your favorite race you've run, and what moment on the trail sticks in your mind the most?
So my favorite race probably would have to be in Anchorage, the World Champion,
Okay.
which I ran in the 3-dog, which was the first time I ran in there and the only time I've been there so far.
Okay.
We're planning to go next year, but we were planning to go this year, but it didn't happen.
Gotcha.
Enough snow. There's a lot of moments on the trail that stick in my mind since I do it so much, multiple times a week.
Oh wow. Okay. All right.
How many dogs do you run now?
I run 6 dogs now. I want to try to start running 8 dogs.
All right. Good. Oh. Okay. Now, so is that the new dog that you just got?
Yeah.
Okay. How long is it gonna take to get that new dog trained up and like part of the team?
Well, so he's pretty trained, but since he's a yearling, I have to train him for my team. It won't take long, I don't think.
Okay. All right. Good deal. All right.
Okay, so how do you prepare your dogs physically and mentally for race season?
They are very spoiled. They stay inside pretty much half of the year. I switch them out sometimes. Since we have a better dog yard, they might stay outside longer, but still come inside for a bit for loves and treats and stuff. They still get treats outside, obviously.
Okay.
But how I prepare them, I train them, give them loves, give them encouragement. Just like any parent would do to their child, I guess.
Oh, wow. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Now, so have you always been like a dog person or what?
Yeah. Me and my brother, we begged for a dog for years.
Yeah.
Years. And one time me and my brother, we both came home from school one day, and I remember just seeing a dog laying on the ground. I thought she was dead of the way she was lying down. It kind of scared me, but I realized that was Chevy.
Okay. All right. And so that's what started it all, huh?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good deal. Good deal.
So for you, Evelyn, what do you think is the biggest misunderstanding of being a musher, especially a junior musher, and racing and the life of being a junior musher?
Most people think I'm a distance musher, which I am not. I do sprint, which I go about 20 miles an hour, which is the fastest I've hit. sled dogs. Yeah, most people think I do distance, which you have the big huskies, you go really slow for long distances. I don't. I have more pound of husky mixes that go really fast on shorter mileages.
Okay, good deal, good deal. All right, so looking ahead, where do you see Ridgeline Kennel and your mushing career going next? Maybe the junior Iditarod or even further?
So for my kennel, we wouldn't do the Iditarod since we're a sprint team and
Okay, all right.
Iditarods for long distance mushers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't plan on doing it forever, especially since moving, I'm older, getting houses and stuff. But where I see us going is trying to be the fastest, beating some champions.
Okay. So let's talk about social medias. Like, is Ridgeline? Is there like a Facebook or Instagram page where we could find you?
So there's a Facebook page. I want to make an Instagram, but we might do that later.
Okay, now so what's your Facebook page? And
Ridgeline Kennels.
okay, so if people look up Ridgeline Kennel, you'd be able to check in and see what Evelyn's doing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, now so let's talk about sponsorships. Are you sponsored by anybody? How does that work?
We're not sponsored yet. We're hoping that this podcast will get me some sponsors by reaching out to them, then reaching out to me, trying to figure out how to get more money for my dogs.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what though? Hopefully that just might be the case. And so you have given us your social media and where we could contact you. So it's going to be also up to you to get out and share. When I do post this episode, it's going to be up to you to get out and share it with as many people and places as you can in order to get the word out.
Yes.
All right. So because I think it's an awesome thing that you're doing, and the fact that you're 13 and you're already so passionate about it, so that's a beautiful thing as well. And so it also helps to have parents who are backing you and who support 100%. So that's what I feel that you're doing there, Miss Brandy.
Yes, sir.
Which is a good thing. So it's always a good thing when you've got the backing and support of parents, because raising dogs, and you said that like the dogs, you hang out and the dogs take up your bed and stuff like that. So
yeah, I usually like.
So your parents must be pretty cool, is what I'm hearing. Okay, all right. So that's a good deal. So, in closing, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come and have a chat with us, and hopefully you enjoyed your root beer. We've learned a few good things about the junior mushing world, and so if anybody is interested and you have a kid who would like to get involved with the junior mushing, please go to Ridgeline Kennel on Facebook. I will probably wind up putting a link on the YouTube page in the notes. Anybody who wants to actually click on that link once it's posted. Does anybody have any final questions for Miss Evelyn before we let go of this portion here?
I don't have a question, but can I kind of she's a little modest. Can I kind of add to one of her race questions?
Sure.
So she does love the Anchorage race. This past season, she did actually beat the world champion, the 10-time reigning world champion, on the first day of a 3-day race.
Oh, wow.
By a second, yes. But you did 2 passes. You had 2 passes. She had 1.
A very bad pass.
Yes, I know. But she also got second out of many, and the person in third was 11 minutes behind her.
Oh, wow.
So out of 3 days, she got second, and she was only behind by a few minutes, whereas third place was 11 minutes behind her. So she does work very, very hard. She's very modest, and so she does work very hard. She does all of it herself. We are not mushers.
Yeah.
And so to see her come as far as she has in those races and just kicking butt, we're very, very proud of her.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And it looks like you have a good support team behind you in your corner. Just always be appreciative of that and know that that takes a lot of sacrifice on their end as well. So on that note, thank you for being our first guest of the Dog Mushing series. And we look forward to to your future endeavors and checking in with you to see how you're doing. So so when does the first race start for the year?
I'm thinking January. I talked to one of my mentors, Haley Jean Dunaway from Timber Wolf Kennels.
Okay.
She was saying it's in January. It's usually in December, but it might be a little later since the snowfall was a little later.
Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. So we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back with the adult musher. And you guys just stay tuned. We'll be right back. What's up, Fairbanks? Fairbanks, North Star Borough. Welcome back. We took a little slight break to change out our guests. So today we're interviewing dog mushers. And our next guest, we're trading our beers for boot liners and diving into the wild world of sled dog racing with Joey Sabin, owner of VOA Racing. Joey lives for frozen trails, loyal dogs, and the thrill of the run. We're going to talk about what it takes to build a racing team, the bond between mushers and their dogs, and the kind of moments that only happen miles from anywhere under the northern lights. So, grab your 36 ounces, settle in, and let's talk dogs, snow, and sheer determination, Alaska style. Welcome to the show, Joey. How are you doing, sir?
Good. How are you guys?
We're doing lovely, man. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule to hang out with us for a little bit.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah. You know, though, because we've always wanted to do some dog mushing stuff. And I'm like, you know what, though? We know some dog mushing people. And so thank you for agreeing to, sit down and enlighten us a little bit. But prior to us getting into the meat and potatoes, as we always do, we're going to take a little taste test of today's port. And my phone always keeps on doing this to me, but let me pull this up real quick. So today's tap is going to be a Kolsch conditioned on chopped hot tamale candy. So all of you old heads out there that remember lemon heads, hot tamales, what are those old school candies you guys remember?
Tear jerkers.
Yeah, yips and all those, all the above. So
The grandma strawberry candies.
exactly. So today they took the old school hot tamale and they hooked it up for us real quick. All right. So on that note, go ahead, let's grab a sample. Okay, now first of all, Joey, got a question for you. Are you a beer guy?
I love beer.
Okay, all right.
Maybe a little too much.
Okay, all right, then good to go. So let's do a little taste test and see how this works out today.
Not bad.
Okay, so my initial taste, it actually threw me back to the old school hot tamale candy. So that's the first thing that I tasted. I'm like, oh, okay. They kind of sort of got this one right. Yeah. What you thinking, Jeff?
Not really noticing the tamale too much, but it's probably just like the candy where
Yeah.
this isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you're like, okay, where do I spit this out at?
All right, Brandy, what you thinking?
I kind of like it. It's got the beer taste first, and the tamale kind of comes out after.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, so if you guys are in town today, hopefully you had a chance to come out and try the cask, because by the time we post this episode, that cask will be long gone, unfortunately. But hopefully you got a chance to come out and taste what Bobby and his mad scientist in the back have concocted for us today. So this is a good one. I like this one because I love me some hot tamales from back in the day. So on that note, Joey, are you ready?
Do it.
All right, so let's get into the first question for you. Okay, so first off, what does VOA Racing actually stand for, and how does this whole thing get started?
VOA Racing's Voyager Outdoor Adventures.
Okay.
I actually started my kennel in northern Minnesota and in Voyagers National Park on Lake Kabetogama.
Oh, wow.
So I did some tours out there and got my first 5 sled dogs out there, bought a couple more,
Okay.
and I just moved back up here a few years ago.
Okay, now, so are your sled dogs, are they all transplanted from
That's-
48?
I would say my first 20 dogs
Oh, wow, okay.
are all from Minnesota.
Okay.
Bred in Minnesota or bought in Minnesota.
All right. Good deal.
But now I own 32 dogs.
Yeah.
31 sled dogs and a Jack Russell
Okay.
and a cat.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, now obviously the last roughly 10 dogs have been bred or bought up better.
All right. Good deal.
All right. So what got you into sled dog racing in the first place?
Pretty much for the most part, it's been a childhood dream. I mean, growing up, my favorite movie was Iron Will. I mean, one of the best movies still today. But even then, like before I even knew what dog mushing was, I mean, I had my pet dogs growing up. I had this little dog, Alex, German Shepherd Collie mix, and she was pulling me around on my skateboard, my rollerblades, my bike. We went everywhere together.
Yeah.
And then in middle school, I had my neighbors had a couple dogs. I had a couple boxers, and they're pulling us on a little kid snow sled, and we had hot dogs hanging out in the back of the sister's car. And even then, in fourth grade, we did a project on the Iditarod.
Yeah.
I was definitely interested in it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's been always in the back of my head at least.
All right.
Yeah, I went to college and didn't work out, so dropped out and became a dog musher.
Okay. All right. Good deal.
All right. So, how would you explain the bond between you and your dogs to somebody who has never seen or even heard of dog mushing before?
Oh, the bond.
And what it's like to take off from the chute, most of all.
Oh, the bond that we develop with these dogs, there's nothing like it. I mean, we're with these guys. I mean, I'm with my dogs pretty much 24/7.
Right.
We go through everything together. I mean, we're going through open water, we're going through blizzards, we're going through crazy winds, jumbled ice on the Yukon River. I'd say the most significant thing would be emotional bond.
Okay.
These guys are both of us. I mean, the dog, however the dogs feel, I feel that with them too.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd say emotional is the biggest bond that I have with them. But yeah, we're going through everything together. Got
you. Okay, so walk us through race day from waking up to that first shout. Like, is it hike? So is that what you first shout to get it going?
That's what I use. I use all right hike. Every musher is different. Some use all right, some use hike, some.
Okay, now so what's the chaos really like behind the scenes?
Race day is pretty insane.
Okay.
The dog, especially my team now, and they know when it's race time.
Yeah.
We're getting most of my dogs right now. They're veterans. They finished the Yukon Quest 550 last year, and they know when race day is.
Yeah.
They know we're getting in the truck. We're driving downtown. We're ready to go.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, obviously the night before is try to get as much sleep as you can the night before.
Yeah.
But even then, like, I'm always nervous. I'm always, I got the nervous. So getting a good night's sleep is always pretty tough.
Right.
But yeah, try to get some good night's sleep. Wake up in the morning, get the dogs baited. I don't really feed my dogs heavy in the morning. You don't want them feed them too heavy, but we get them some baited water. That hour, 2 hours before we go to the chute, it's just kind of keeping the dogs as calm as possible. Really, I don't want them burning off too much energy, but that's kind of hard too. They're ready to go. Get them bootied up, get them harnessed, and it's go time.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Good deal.
All right. Okay. How do you train for this kind of thing? Like, what's harder, getting the dogs ready or getting yourself ready?
Good question. At this point, the dogs are ready. So it's really getting myself ready at this point. And I think this year too, I've definitely tried to be more physically fit. I mean, I've been being more active. I've been running more, been working out more. Obviously, training the dogs, and we're on a schedule, we're on a program. At this point, the dogs are going to be ready. Yeah, I think right now the hardest point is just getting me ready.
Oh wow. Okay.
And that's just getting in shape. I want to help the dogs out as much as possible.
Gotcha. Okay. Good deal.
Right. So, sleep, cold, fog, rain. What is the toughest part about being on the trail?
Every year there's something different. I don't get cold. I know my girlfriend has a video of me saying I was cold once, so I guess I can't. She didn't have that video. I think when it comes to weather conditions, I'm really good at being miserable. So there's that. But I don't think there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad gear. if you have the proper equipment, you're going to be fine.
Got you.
But yeah, every year there's something different. I mean, last year, we did the Yukon Quest, and we never experienced jumbled ice before.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was our new experience. That
Okay.
was tough. That was insane.
Got you.
So I think I'm excited for every year. Hopefully, there's a new challenge.
Yeah.
That my dogs can do, but they did it great last year, and we're gonna do it great again this year.
All right. Okay, so quick segue. You said you're a beer guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, what is your beer of preference? Like, are you an IPA guy? Are you a Miller Lite guy?
My favorite beer of all time. I'm actually from Granville, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay.
Got a couple good beers. And I don't know if you guys ever been to Grand Rapids,
No.
Michigan, but
Oh
man,
take us there though.
It's like the brewery capital of the world.
Is that an
all right?
invitation?
Yeah, you should probably go. But Founders Brewery, phenomenal beer.
Yeah.
Tons of good IPAs. But yeah, you go downtown Grand Rapids, Michigan, and there's a brewery every single block.
Yeah, yeah.
Even like the little tiny bars
Yeah.
have their own brew. Like they have like 3 of their own beers.
Yeah.
A pretty awesome spot.
Got
But yeah, so Centennial IPA from Founders is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Very, very, very great beer. And then you got Hop Slam, another
Yeah.
great beer.
Yeah.
Those are all Grand Rapids beers. Those are all IPAs. However,
Okay.
I tend to drink a little too much, so I stay with a Modelo right now.
Nothing wrong with lawnmower beer.
Okay.
That's my
Okay, right on. Okay, so do you remember your first race? What went right and what was like a total disaster?
Yeah. Okay. Well, my first 2 races they're little 50-mile races. Just for fun.
Yeah.
So
A 50-mile race just for fun.
Yeah.
little 50 miles.
Yeah.
Well, the junior musher goes only like 6 or 8.
Oh, just for fun.
Just for fun.
Well, so my first race was like in 2017. It was Solstice 50, 2017, 18, around there, and yeah, it was a training run for a distance musher.
Yeah.
We're only going 8 to 10 miles an hour. We're not going sprint mushers.
20,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a fun race. My second race was actually the Wolf Track Classic in Minnesota. That was pretty brutal, actually. I was unfortunately in a car accident about 6 months prior to that race. I broke both my legs and 30 other bones in my body.
Oh wow.
And for that 50-mile race, it was actually a really hilly race. And at the end of it, I was like, I do not want to see a hill again.
Yeah.
Well, besides those 2 races aside, my first real race was the Copper Basin a couple years ago. That was a 300-mile race.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
is that here in Alaska?
Yep, that's in Glen Allen.
Oh, wow, okay.
And yeah, I was not ready. The dogs weren't ready. We didn't train hard enough. I missed my start time.
Yeah.
It was a disaster. I did not know what I was doing.
Oh. Okay.
So we made it halfway and went home.
Really?
And that's not going to happen again. So we went back home. We trained harder. This year, I trained even harder. Or last year, I trained even harder. And we made sure that would never happen again.
So you quit. Okay, so at what point did you say, you know what, we're tapping out?
It was just the whole race.
Was it you mentally, or was it you could tell the dogs weren't?
It was a combination of both. I didn't have the training that I needed, right?
Okay.
Well, on top of that, I also had the flu.
Oh hell! Oh hell!
The dogs are gonna read up. They're gonna read your energy.
Yeah.
That's what these guys are so smart. They read your energy too.
Yeah, there ain't enough NyQuil in the world for that.
Yeah, if you're not feeling good, they're not feeling good.
Got it.
That's that bond that going back to the bond that we have. Like everything has to be perfect.
Got it.
They're reading my energy. It was just not a good race. It was, me missing my start time in the beginning should have known everyone. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a couple years ago. We've improved.
Good deal. All right.
All right, so everyone's got like one story from the trail they'll never forget. What's yours?
I got quite a few. I guess the most recent one would be last year on the Yukon Quest. There's a 160-mile leg around the Yukon River, and that was brutal. We had 50-mile-an-hour winds blowing us from side to side, glare ice, going up and over ice cliffs. I don't know if you guys know what jumbled ice is, but
Right.
it's not fun sometimes. And then at that point, I thought the hard part was over. It wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had to go up and down the Taylor Highway, And that was just up and down, up and down.
Oh, wow.
Again, talk about hills. I did not want to see another hill in my life. And my dogs are actually pretty good at hills.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't like them at that point.
Oh, wow.
And that's what brings me to this year. That's why I wanted to really focus on my being more fit. So I was, for a while there, I was running a lot. You know, I was running up 20 miles a week. So I could be in shape for the dogs and help them up those hills as much as possible.
Okay, all right. Good deal, good deal. So, okay, so it's not just you on the back of the sled. At some point, you got to get off.
Oh, yeah. There's the hill. We're running. We're
and
kicking.
you got to run with them.
We got ski poles. We're ski poling.
Oh, good Lord.
We're going to help these dogs out as much as possible. I mean, it's a team. It's a whole team sport. And I'm part of it. They're part of it. We're all part of one big team.
Okay, all right. Nice. No, did not know that.
You've never watched like the videos where you see the guy riding along and all of a sudden he jumps off and starts running as fast as he can, hold on to the sled for dear life. It's the dogs.
Nah, I missed that part right there. I missed that part.
Every movie where you see.
No, I do have a seat on my sled too. I can sit down.
You can?
I mean, oh yeah, I sit down, and I sit down quite often. I also take naps on my sled, but the dogs keep running.
Get out of here.
I mean,
Really?
yeah. So what? I don't drink coffee. I think coffee's disgusting.
Yeah.
But in a race, I'll chug a thermos full of coffee.
Yeah.
And I'll take a 15-minute nap. I'll tie myself to the sled.
Yeah.
That's just part of the Yukon on the Yukon Quest. It's Birch Creek.
Yep.
Miserable. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty cold. Last year was actually not that bad, but it's flat.
Yeah.
The dogs know how to do it.
Yeah.
That's when I chug my thermos. I'll take a 15-minute nap. The dogs keep going. They're
Oh,
fine.
wow.
And then once the coffee kicks in, I wake right back up.
Very nice. Very nice. All right.
It's the only time I drink coffee.
Yeah.
You tried like the mushers tea?
I have not.
Yeah, the sipping streams they have one. It's like got as much caffeine as coffee does.
I'm not sure of that.
She actually.
I drink a lot of Red Bull.
She actually made it just for.
That's why I have a dog also named Red Bull. Try that tea. I do like tea.
Yeah, it's black tea with some stuff added.
I like caffeine.
It gives you caffeine.
Okay, so let's talk lead dogs for a second. So, if I may ask, obviously, earlier with Evelyn, we know what it takes to have a lead sprint dog. What does it take to have a lead distance dog, and how do you specifically pick your lead dogs, and what makes them special?
So I train all my dogs to be lead dogs. My race team right now, we got in the race pool, out of my 30 dogs that we got, I'd say 22 roughly that are in the race pool right now, and most of them can lead. Some are better than others. I have 10 very, very good leaders. 10 very good leaders. My main leaders right now are, I'd say, Red Bull Monster, Abara, Lyria, Gendry, Darwin. Fortunately, Darwin's off the race team this year, but still a phenomenal leader and great for training other leaders.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a really good leader pool. Yeah, again, I try to train all my dogs in lead. My whole plan is to swap out leaders. You know, if you have a dog, especially distance racing, if you have a dog in lead for a couple 100 miles, they're gonna get mentally drained. So you should be changing out. And same thing if you have a dog in wheel for a couple 100 miles. That's the most physical part of that's the most physical position. Those dogs are going to be more injury prone. Those dogs are going to get whipped around a little bit.
Right.
So I think changing up your team constantly is the best plan.
Okay.
So in a perfect world, you know, I go to the Diderot this year. I have 16 dogs. Every dog I want to be a leader. Now I do have a couple dogs on my team that are not leaders, but out of the 16 dogs that'll probably be going to Diderot, there's only going to be 2 that can't lead.
Do you think there's any real difference between picking sprint and distance? Sorry, I had to ask that.
Well, I guess with sprint, you're going a little bit faster.
Oh, yeah.
So those dogs in front better keep up the pace, right?
Brandon.
I mean, and that thing brings me into another point where it's like, I've talked to a lot of mushers, and in the beginning of the race, like it's actually pretty good for a distance muncher. It's pretty good idea to actually take your slower dogs and put them in the front.
Yep.
To kind of slow you down, and then save those faster dogs for the end of the race to speed it up.
So Brandon, it's okay to segue here. Like we said. Well, I segue. Like Jeff doesn't like to segue, but
I know. That's why. But I was
we
wondering.
segue here.
Okay.
Okay, so Now,
To be fair,
Oh.
it's not that I don't mind the segues. It's you always have to do the. So we're gonna segue here.
Wait, so should I have said,
I
hey,
may
can
have come up with a
segue?
drinking game with
Hey,
some of the people
you
that work
asked
here.
me to be a part of a mushing thing, and I have the junior musher, so I'm
all
like,
good.
segue, whatever you said.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what a wheel dog is?
No.
This is the first one,
You want you?
I mean,
or
yeah,
the first
no,
one from the sled.
first closest one to the sled.
you.
Yeah, closest one on the sled.
Okay, so my question now is so all dogs, you train all your dogs to be lead dogs. So so you've got a lot of dogs that want to be the alpha every race. So how do you?
I'm the alpha.
Amen.
Oh.
There you go.
There's no alpha. I'm the alpha.
Oh.
It's the truth.
Okay.
I don't want any dog to think they're the alpha. I'm the alpha. I'm the.
Oh.
We were all a team at the
Yeah.
same time, but
Yeah.
we don't want.
Okay, so there's never no conflict from this lead dog wanting to be lead dog, but you
I
pick
mean,
this dog.
they're all
this lead
siblings
dog.
at some point, so they bicker here and there. But at my kennel, how I run my kennel is everything's kind of. I like my dogs to be able to roam around free. They all know their name. I can let every single one of my dogs loose, except for one. I can let them all loose. Call them, they come.
Yeah.
But I still don't want someone to think they're the boss. I'm
Right.
the boss.
Got you. Understandable. Okay, so there's a lot of talk about how mushers treat their dogs. So how do you make sure your team stays happy, healthy, and excited to run?
Again, just like free running dogs. I think so. As soon as I have puppies, as soon as they're just a couple months old, not even. As soon as they're a couple weeks old, as soon as they can walk, I'm taking them on puppy walks and constantly taking them on puppy walks, free running. As soon as they're a couple months old, I'm letting them loose with the adult dogs.
Okay.
I always pick the adult dogs that I know are going to be friendly,
Right.
a little bit more friendly.
Right.
And then as they get a little bit older, I take out other dogs that I know might be a little bossy.
Right.
But you slowly introduce the puppies into that. I want all my dogs free roaming.
Okay.
And just kind of have them where they can just be active and
Got you.
play with each other and have fun.
Got
What do you do if you have jumpers? If you're free roaming and you have jumpers,
Jumpers, as in.
do any distance dogs jump? Like we have a jumper, we can't let her loose outside. She stays inside. She jumps the fence.
We don't have a fence.
Oh well,
So yeah, my dogs will literally not take off.
wow, that's awesome.
I only have out of my, again, I own 32 dogs.
Free
I have one dog. Her name is Gaia. I did not raise her. Unfortunately, she's the only dog I cannot let loose. She would run away, and it might take me 2 days to get her.
Oh wow. Really?
But she'll stay around the kennel.
Yeah.
She's just a little skittish dog,
Yeah.
But all my other dogs I can let loose. I call them. They come right to me. And that's my whole thing is keeping them happy and healthy. Also, I'm constantly doing vet checks. I mean, my personal vet checks.
Right.
I do have a vet come to my house quite often to look them over and whatnot. But I'm constantly checking my dogs for harness rub, feet. I'm massaging my dogs constantly. I got a laser light therapy I use on dogs with their the sore muscles and whatnot.
Okay.
I got all the creams and ointments for feet and shoulders and whatnot. So yeah, pretty much every Sunday I call it feet and heat. So I check the dogs for feet and heat, and then I also check, if they have any harness rub, if they have any other quirks going on with them.
Right. Okay. Good deal.
But back to the free running thing, it's something that I really pride myself on in my kennel is that I can free run my dogs and let my dogs loose.
That's
And that takes
awesome.
a lot of time. I mean, that you have to spend a lot of time with those puppies to be able to do that.
Right.
I think my neighbors would kill me.
Yeah.
Okay, so when people see VOA racing online or at a race, what's something they don't see that you wish they knew?
Oh, this is a team thing. It's not just me out there. My partner Willow is a big part of how this whole thing goes. And she helps train the dogs. She's out there, feeding, scooping, training, and the dogs itself. I mean, it's all a team effort. We also have to have, when we go to these races, we have to have friends to help take care of the dogs when we go to races because we're not bringing every single dog that we own to a race. We need someone to watch the kennel. I mean, there's so much more that goes into racing that people don't see. Like, you can think like, you just hop on the runners and go. No, this is a big team effort.
You talked about 50-mile-an-hour winds. So when the weather just flips up like that, of like, what do you do when it's nice and cool, calm, collective, and then all of a sudden Alaska does its thing and the weather just goes haywire?
I think I mentioned this before. There's no such thing as bad weather, only bad gear, right? So it's kind of like I've always had like a layering system with my parka and my pants and whatnot, where I could put layers on, take layers off. Have a lot of my parkas have a lot of good wind breaking material on them, so they block that wind. But also, again, I'm just very good at being miserable, so I just handle it.
My daughter was.
The dogs are fine. The dogs are always fine.
No, my daughter. No, she's pretty good at it too.
And I typically never have to worry about the dogs. Dogs, they just keep going. But yeah, with me, it's kind of like, there's tons of times in the races where it's like last year in the Yukon Quest, the race started, it was above zero, I believe, in the Yukon Quest last year, but then it got down to about -20.
Oh.
So like I'm constantly, you just got to bring the gear that you need for weather changing. And this year we're doing the Iditarod, and we're gonna be, it could be 50 degrees, and then it could be -50. That's gonna be a 10+ day race. So.
What? Nice. Okay, so what's one myth or misconception about sled dog racing that drives you nuts?
There's a couple of those. Well, the first one it used to really tick me off was, these aren't Huskies. And now I don't really. It's actually, now it kind of brings me in the segue to like talk about the actual Alaskan Husky, right?
Right.
When someone asks me that, because when people call it experience, like my main job is I give dog sit rides. That's all I do. I hang on my dogs all day long. I give dog sit rides 4 days a week, 2 to 4 days a week.
Yeah.
And I race. So I get a lot of guests that say, these aren't Huskies, because they think they're gonna see a Siberian or a Malamute.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Things.
Because Hollywood messed it up.
Exactly. This isn't the Disney movies.
Tourist ever.
Yeah.
Which it used to tick me off, but now it's just like, you know what? They don't know, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, just that kind of just brings in the segue. I give them the history of the sled dog, and at least the history I know of the sled dog.
Right.
And tell them these guys they're just glorified mutts. They're mixed breed,
Yeah, exactly.
Just make brochures and hand them out when tourists come.
Give them a brochure.
Here you go. Here's an explanation why they're not the husky that you're thinking of.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. So I consider myself a dog man, a pit man, from back in the day. So I can tell you stories about my excursions into the hills of Alabama to purchase a pit dog.
Mm-hmm.
As a pet. But
You don't want to run it on a sled through the hills of Alabama?
I've seen pit bulls running on a dog team.
I don't really.
Oh
The
yeah.
hills of Alabama?
So, but
I mean, not in the hills of Alabama, but I've seen a pit bull running on a dog team.
But if you look at and you go back into the records and you go back into the Grand Champions and you look at the photos of what those pit bulls look like, and you're like, that's a pit bull. And so I could see how Hollywood glamorized Malamutes, Huskies, and so when they come up to Alaska for their first sled dog ride, and that's not what they're seeing, I could see how that was like, oh, wait a minute, and then you have to educate them.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, that's my job. I'm a tour guide. Like, I have no problem doing that. But yeah, in the beginning, it kind of was like, these are sled dogs.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And so I do want to take a moment out to give you your flowers, because I was so happy. It was a couple months ago. I was watching the morning news before I went to work, and they did a segment on you and Willow. You guys were on top of some glacier in the summertime, right? And you guys were giving sled dog rides on a glacier. Where is that?
Yeah, so we manage, my partner Will and I, we manage a glacier operation for Dallas CV.
And they fly people up to you on helicopters.
Yep, so it's pretty cool operation. So we've worked in Juneau for Alaska Icefoot Expeditions for quite a few years, on and off. Same idea. But last year we took a management position. Where, I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, it's just Willow, I, and one other person, so pretty easy operation. But yeah, we're booked for 6-time Iditarod champion Dallas Seavey. And yeah, it's all the cruise ships going to Seward.
Yeah.
And we get some locals and whatnot too. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think we're about 3,000 feet up in the mountains on a glacier field.
So that was a proud moment for me, right? Because I'm like, that guy served me beer at Silver Gold.
Yeah.
It's
used to work at Silver
like,
Gold.
I know Joey.
I thought you looked familiar.
It's like I know Joey. Well, I know Willow and Joey.
Yeah, so the cruise ships go in there and they get a helicopter ride up to the glacier and we give them a little dog sled ride.
Now, how does that work? Are you guys up there all the time, or
No,
do you
so
come back
we're,
every night, or
yeah.
how does that work?
So we have an apartment in town. So we get we're on there 6 days, 3 days off. So 6 days on the glacier and then 3 days off.
And you guys stay up there the whole time?
For 6 days straight.
Oh, wow.
The dogs
Okay.
are up there the whole season.
Oh, wow.
But we always have someone up there. So
Yeah.
it's like one of us. We have three. It's a 3-man crew. This year was a 3-man crew. Hopefully next year we're gonna get a little bit bigger.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, this
Okay.
year was a 3-man crew. One of us is always off.
Yeah.
But yeah, 6 days on, 3 days off.
Yeah, well, you look here, man. Like, that made me happy when I saw that new segment. So kudos to you.
You gotta
guys,
shower
man.
sometimes. So
Yeah, exactly. So kudos to you guys. Okay, so is it on? No, it's not on me.
I would say during the summertime, the dogs probably preferred up on the glacier. But
yeah, I mean, it's
Even after-
pretty nice being up there. It's like, I mean, I was doing 20-mile runs on the glacier this summer. My dogs are getting trained.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I gave them some time off. But if I gave them like the first month up there, we just did tours, and then the second month I started doing 20-mile runs.
Yeah.
Especially the days that we didn't. If we got, there's a lot of times we get a lot of weather cancellations. The weather can be pretty bad up there. I mean, we're 3,000 feet up in the mountains, right? So weather can come. It can be foggy, it can be windy. Helicopters can't fly. So on the days that we have no tours, I take my dogs on a 20-mile run up in the mountains on the glacier. It's pretty cool.
Just for fun?
Just for fun.
and most of the dogs I've met, they rather run than do nothing at all.
Yeah, but they do need their time off, and the dogs don't. I mean, sometimes the dogs don't realize that they need time off. They want to run.
Yeah.
That's my job too, to make sure that they get the recovery time. I mean, my dogs, if I let them, they would. I could hook them up every single day. Mm-hmm. They're ready to go, but they do need, just like any other professional athlete, they need their time off.
Right.
All right, so if you could change one thing about the sport, the rules, media coverage, anything, what would it be?
More of it, I guess. I mean, rules. I mean, there's no rules that I disagree with, at least that I know of. But media coverage. I wish there was more media coverage.
Yeah.
I wish there was more races. Dog mushings, I feel like it's kind of been like, I can't say it's dying, but it's definitely declining. Mm-hmm. There's not as much races anymore. I mean that's part of, it's an expensive hobby. And maybe it's just there's not as many mushers right now, but I know of a lot of upcoming mushers. So, yeah, I just wish there was more. I wish there was more races. I wish there was more media coverage. What we do is pretty awesome.
Nice. Okay.
All right, and finally, do you have any other kind of goals, bucket list? What are you ready to do with VOA racing?
Well, this year our main focus is the Iditarod. We also plan on doing the Copper Basin. We're gonna have 2 teams in the Copper Basin, so I'll be racing, and then my partner Willow will be racing as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, that plan is for us both to race that race. I also plan on doing the Yukon Quest 750 this year. Mm-hmm. But the main focus this year is the Iditarod. So that's our main goal. That's what we're shooting for. This will be my rookie run. First time doing it, and
Oh, wow. Okay.
You want-
All right. Good deal.
we want to have the best possible Iditarod run we can have. But that also, I want happy dogs. I want to be happy. I want the dogs to be happy. So obviously we're not going to be crazy competitive, but we do want to. Well, we want to do good.
Okay. All right. So, on that note, okay, so let's go ahead and let's do a backtrack real quick, guys. Okay, so you can find 36 Podcast. We have a Facebook presence, 36 Podcast. You can actually find our audio podcast. They're going to be on all your usual suspects. You can find us on Apple, Amazon, and everywhere in between. You can also, if you're going to be watching the video, of course, you can find us on YouTube. Let's talk about socials, Joey. Can we find VOA on any socials?
Yeah, so I'm on Facebook. I got a Voyager Outdoor Adventures VOA Racing on Facebook. Joey Sabin's my name too. You can follow my personal account. Instagram is VOA Racing.
Okay.
And then I also have a website in the works. Hopefully it'll be up and running here in a couple days. I mean, it's
Okay.
as of right now, all it is my logo.
Yeah.
But I got a guy working on it, and that's voaracing.com.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. We just got like tons of headshots done with all the sled dogs, and we're gonna have a sponsorship program on the website.
Okay. So if people are looking to sponsor Sled Dog Team, they can reach out to you.
Yeah. So on the website, eventually on the website is gonna be the best way. They can sponsor a dog. They can buy a bag of kibble for the kennel.
Okay, and so there's going to be directions on how to do that.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, everybody, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, I'm going to add the links to Joey's sled dog operation team as well on the video portion and probably on the audio podcast version as well. So be on the lookout for those links in case you guys are interested and becoming a sponsor. So
Thank you. Yeah.
We're wishing you all the best of luck, but we're not done yet. Let's see how much time we have left.
Got an hour.
So we have an hour left, all right? So what we're going to do is
Get another beer.
so we're going to take a
another
little
beer
break.
tonight.
So we're going to take a little break. We're going to refresh, and we're going to come back, I think, for a few questions. We're going to do a couple of freestyle segues. These are questions that are just like we came up with while you were talking, and we're going to shoot them at you because we want to dig deeper into some of the things that you were saying.
Sounds good.
So on that note, everybody, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We took a little break. We got refilled on some beer. And okay, so this second portion right here, we have a few minutes and we're going to do a couple of freestyle segues. So please go ahead. If you guys have any questions you want to throw at Joey that you that came up, go ahead.
All right. So my question is basically just the logistics of doing the Yukon Quest. You know, what happens if a dog gets injured? Can you bring out a second dog? Have a second dog flown?
Yeah, no. So you can only start. You can drop dogs. You can't switch out a dog. You can't alternate dogs.
Okay.
So kind of my big thing I want to work on this year though is carrying dogs as much as possible, even though nothing's wrong with them. Just like giving them an extra break.
Okay.
That takes additional training during the season to train them to be able to be comfortable sitting in the bag. So that's something I definitely want to work on this year. But yeah, like if for instance the Yukon Quest 14 dog team, I would like to have one dog off that team at all times, carrying it in the bag, just to give it additional rest. And then every 20 to 50 miles, switch that dog out for another dog. That dog will go back on the team, switch that dog out. But when it comes to a point if a dog does get injured or if a dog is slowing down, because I honestly, like you can only go as fast as the slowest dog, right? So if a dog slows down, that doesn't mean they're hurt. Doesn't mean that there's be nothing wrong with them. But you're better off leaving that dog behind because you can only go as fast as the slowest dog. So yeah, once you get to a checkpoint, you drop that dog. That dog would then, in the Yukon Quest, for instance, there's a lot of remote villages. I did around a lot of remote villages. That dog would then get flown back to either Fairbanks or Anchorage.
Oh.
And then a handler would come pick that dog up and bring it home.
Okay, so take me through this right here. Okay, so because you said you can't switch out dogs. Okay, so you start with how many dogs can be on the sled at one time at any given time?
So obviously depends on the race.
Okay.
So the Copper Basin, for instance, 300-mile race that we're both doing.
Okay.
My partner and I. That's a handler race. So there's gonna be a handler at every single checkpoint.
Okay.
That's a 12-dog race.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have to drop a dog, the truck's gonna be there. The handler's gonna be there.
Okay.
They can take care of that dog.
Okay.
Now for the Yukon Quest and the Iditarod, those are remote races.
Right.
Those aren't completely handled races. So you'll get to these remote villages, and you'll have to drop a dog. Yeah, and then the vets will take care of that dog and the checkpoint, and then they fly them back where they have to go.
Okay. So 12 dogs. Okay, so when you get to a checkpoint and you have to switch, so you can't switch out dogs.
Can't switch out any dogs, no.
Oh, okay.
And the Yukon Quest is a 14-dog race, and the Iditarod's a 16-dog race.
Okay, so it's not like it's like basketball or football where you got people on the bench waiting to go in.
No.
No, and I can explain why too, because of what Evelyn's done, but can you tell them why you're not allowed to switch out dogs?
Why you're not allowed to switch out dogs? Why you're not allowed? Well,
Why you're not allowed to switch out an injured dog for a fresh dog who hasn't been running?
that'd be an unfair advantage, right? You know?
There you go.
Yeah. You're gonna have. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, right? No.
Right?
No, that'd be a complete unfair advantage if you had a completely breasted dog
Yeah.
and then that hasn't ran.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see.
You know, that's just.
Gotcha.
unfair. Yeah, like, for instance, last year the Yukon Quest, I started with 14 dogs and finished with 8.
Okay. All right. Oh, good Lord.
No, then if you can put new dogs in every time, then you would be way ahead of advantage. for all
So
that.
okay, so the guys who actually win those type of races, so their team is that well conditioned and that healthy to where they're probably finishing with damn near all their dogs.
No, honestly, for the Iditarod this year, I honestly probably only want to finish with 10 dogs. It's not, and that when we're dropping dogs, it's not a bad thing.
So that just comes with the territory.
Yeah,
Everybody's gonna drop dogs.
Yeah, and
Okay,
you're
all
dropping dogs for so many different reasons.
Got you.
Some are slowing down. Yeah, injuries happen, but that's honestly most of the time I'm dropping a dog. It's not because of an injury. It's just because they're slowing down a little bit, or you got puppies on the team. I don't want to if I go the Iditarod and I have puppies on the team, I'm not going to make my puppy do 1,000 miles.
Right.
I'm going to drop that puppy halfway through the race, or maybe 300 miles in the race, just to give him some experience.
Right.
But my whole thing with the Iditarod, it'd be cool to finish with all 16 dogs. That's awesome. That looks really good. And that'd be the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is you get 500 miles into a race, you're dead tired. You don't know what your name is. You have no idea what's going on. It's a lot easier taking care of 10 dogs than 16.
So as I stated before, being a dog man, so there are certain aspects of that life where that bring on a bigger stud fee. So I'm assuming that all your dogs, males and females, that can go the entire length, those are going to be your best breeders.
Yeah, right now, we finished the Yukon Quest last year, the 550, which I would say those 8 dogs that finished that race are now worth a decent amount of money.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
They finished a 550-mile race.
Exactly.
Even though we got second to last place, technically.
Yeah.
But they still finish a 550-mile grueling tough race. They're worth some money.
Yeah, exactly.
Any dog that finishes the Iditarod, that's a good dog.
Right. Yeah.
But also takes a good musher to finish that race too.
Okay, now, so have you ever had those instances where, you got to a certain distance and you have to pull one dog, but then years later, that dog finally built up the stamina to make it. So do you have stories like that?
Oh, great example. So I got this girl, Valeria, little tiny, we call her roly-poly-oly. She's a little fat girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's fat because she had a spade. I got her spayed because I'm not going to breed this dog. She's never finished a race. I drop her in every single race.
Ah, okay.
Right? And then so last year I got her spayed. So she missed out on the Copper Basin last year because I got her spayed pretty close to that. I bring this little tiny dog, the Yukon Quest 550, and she was one of the best freaking dogs on that damn team.
And so did she go the whole way?
Oh, she made it.
Oh, man. And she's like,
Nailed
take
it.
that, Joey.
Yeah.
She's like, take
You
that,
got me
Joey.
spayed? Why would you do that?
Take that, Joey.
Yeah. No, she,
Way to go, roly poly.
yeah. But amazing dog. She's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Great leader.
Yeah.
She's slow.
Yeah.
She's slow. So she's not the best leader because she is slow.
Yeah.
So I didn't have her lead that much in that race. I had her lead a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah.
For the start of the race.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I did have her lead quite a bit in the start of the race.
Yeah.
There's a couple and within the first 150 miles, I had her lead a little bit. But she was mainly a team dog in that race. But no, she was the one that got the team going. She was barking. She was ready to go every single time. Just like her brother. Her brother Gendry's one of my best leaders, and both of them are just barking, getting the team going, and it was off. But it was really cool. Seeing her finish that race, one of the toughest races there is. She decides to finish.
So you had mentioned earlier about how it's dying. The sled dog world. Mushers. The whole thing is dying, and even as a parent of a musher, we see it too, especially with sprint mushing. To me, I like both. But especially with sprint mushing, it's with juniors, it's dying. With distance, with juniors, it's dying. if you could say anything to anybody even wanting to do sled dog racing, mushing, distance, sprint, anything, like what would you say to everybody listening, like whether they be a kid, whether they be a parent, or whether they just enjoy the sport and want to contribute? What would you tell them to keep this going?
Yeah, first off, I want as many mushers as possible to do it, right? You need more mushers, but it does take a lot of dedication. It does take a lot of hard work, and it does take a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yes,
And so, but it's worth it. It's the most rewarding thing, honestly, you can do, in my opinion. Like, just seeing how happy the dogs are when they get hooked up and they're running, and then when everything comes together. Like, last year I did the Yukon Quest 550. That's the longest race I ever did. Finishing that race and knowing everything I had put in, everything I did, and then we ended that race. Yeah, 8 dogs were on the team, but those 8 dogs finished that team, and they were happy. They were healthy. And it was fun. But yeah, I think telling someone that they want to get into this, please do. But know that what it comes with. Like, I don't go on vacation. Luckily now I've got to the point where I do have good friends that can watch the kennel, so we were able to go on vacation, like a 3-day vacation.
that was a big part when we first started getting dogs too. We're like, who's gonna watch the
Yeah,
dogs?
yeah. Like now where we live, my partner and I, where we live, we do have a really good community where we do have people now that can watch the dogs. We can't go on vacation now, but for the longest time, I started my kennel 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Last year was the first time I got to leave. So someone's gonna get in. I think I went to my best friend's wedding. That lasted 2 months.
Long wedding.
Yeah. Or marriage lasted 2 months.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just figure that out.
Oh.
If Andrew, if you're watching, sorry.
Sorry, Andrew.
But no, But he got really ticked off at me because I missed the bachelor party.
Yeah.
And we want to go to Hawaii for his bachelor party. I don't have anyone to watch my dogs. I can't leave.
Right.
Right. I made it to his wedding, but I couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are things that you have to look into when you get into this. But for me, it was easy. These dogs are my family.
Yeah.
I love them so much. Without the dogs, there's nothing for me.
Yeah.
And so this is all I do.
Yeah. Good deal. Now, so do you guys have any? Never mind. Go ahead, Jeff. You got a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, so other than dog mushing, do you have any other extracurricular activities, like TV shows? Like what's your TV show that you guys are binging right now?
You already said it, beer.
My favorite TV show is right now is Outlander.
Okay.
But they got that spinoff, Blood of My Blood.
Yeah.
So we've been watching that.
Yeah.
I got Willow into it.
Have you guys seen The Last Frontier yet on Apple TV?
Is that with Jason Momoa?
No, it's based. So it's
Don't watch the Alaskan Bay shows.
So there was
Last
okay.
Frontier.
No. So basically, what it is there's a plane full of inmates, and they're flying to be put in this maximum security prison, and they crash right outside of Fairbanks, and so
Hey, what? No. It's on
No.
Apple TV.
it's very good. It's got me hooked. So we're on episode 4 now, and it's very good. And so
I love my TV shows.
But downtown Fairbanks isn't really downtown Fairbanks. It says it's downtown Fairbanks, but I'm like, that's not Fairbanks. That's not Fairbanks.
Well, Last Frontier, huh? I'll check it out.
Oh, it's very good.
It's like,
very
remember the show
I might watch
Northern
it too.
Exposure?
Which one?
Northern Exposure?
Yes, exactly.
Supposed
That's
to be
what my
Alaskan,
ringtone.
shot down in Canada.
I've been watching
That's my ringtone.
Chad Powers.
Yeah.
Hulu.
Yeah.
It's really stupid but funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I'm watching right now is Blood of My Blood, and Outlander season 8 comes out in a couple days.
Okay, so let's talk about food. How many pounds of food do you guys go through day, week, month? year?
Well, I mean, for the most part, for the dogs, I kind of budget. I try to budget around $2,000, $1,500 per dog per year.
And is there a particular
Well, that's what-
brand that you go with?
Food wise,
Oh, that's a good question. I like that.
Yeah. So like my budget wise for the dogs, $1,500, $2,000 per dog per year is kind of what I budget my dog. And now that comes with it. That's food, that's vet bills, that's everything, right?
Okay. Okay.
That's kind of what I shoot for.
Okay.
Not that I'm gonna spend that kind of money on all my dogs
Right.
every year, but like every now, like last year I had a dog Ramsey who he had an $8,000 vet bill.
Damn.
You know, like
He
that
got
stuff
hurt. He got hurt.
He just had some. We think kind of came down to the conclusion he might have ate a poisonous mushroom.
Oh,
Like he needed like
damn.
blood transfusions. It was a whole ordeal.
Oh,
We still really have no idea what happened, but we got that stuff happened, so you have to plan for that, right?
Right.
Other than that, for food wise, my dogs roughly are getting a pound of meat a day and 4 cups of kibble a day. And the kibble I feed is called a nishuk. I would say it's probably one of the best foods there is.
Okay.
There's a couple other good companies as well, but a nishuk is a highly.
It's the best.
It's
It's the best.
So I feed 4 cup. Most of my dogs are getting a pound of meat a day. It's half pound in the morning, half pound at night. 2
Okay.
cups of kibble in the morning, 2 cups of kibble at night.
Okay.
And then some dogs might get 1 cup of kibble. Some dogs might get a little less of a meat scoop. I mean, and it all varies on the dog. Like I got a dog, Tuki, who, I mean, she looks at a piece of kibble, she gains 10 pounds. So she doesn't need any kibble.
Yeah,
She gets kibble once a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's more or less about gauging about how the
Yeah.
dog looks and like, okay.
And even then, every day is different too. Like
Yep.
one day, like this dog could look a little bit skinny. This one dog this could look a little fat. So like you kind of gauge on the day too.
Oh wow. Okay.
But
Okay.
for the most part, the base is 1 pound of meat a day, 4 cups of kibble a day, and then you adjust it from there. Once it gets colder out, so at about 0 degrees, I start adding fat into the diet, whether it's chicken fat or beef fat, because the meat and the kibble stay the same.
Okay.
I don't change that. And then I just start adding fat or more snacks. We got a couple tons of fish, so we do salmon.
Oh.
We literally have 2 tons of salmon in the house right now, 2.5 tons. But that's mainly snacks. And then I also do chicken. I got chicken, ground chicken, bone in. It's also snacks. Sometimes I throw that into their main meal too.
Now, so I'm
But-
assuming. So, I think we all have the personal friend, Pinky. You guys know Pinky, right? No?
Yeah.
Because Pinky used to work here. She used to work here, but now her and her partner, they have ventured off and they've got their own dogs. And she just posted a Facebook photo of like, I think it was damn near 1,000 pounds of frozen salmon.
Yeah.
Oh, people do that all the
That's
time. Yeah.
that's gonna be their
Yep.
dogs.
So that's mainly snacks. What I use that for is mainly snacks. A lot of mushers, they do the cook pots.
Yeah.
So I'll make a big cook pot, especially spring mushers.
Yep.
So they do the cook pots where they they're cooking the salmon and cooking all. I don't do cook pots. I mean it's something I might do in the future, but yeah, for me, salmons, I just cut them up in like 1 or 2 pieces.
Yeah.
And it's just snacks.
Okay.
I just use it for snacks.
I've never heard that term, but so I don't not really sure what you're referring to.
Cook
But
pot?
yeah, it's just like when you boil it down, right?
Yeah.
Right. And so yeah, we do that to do it for our baited water for Evelyn. And so what do you do for baited water?
I really don't do much baited water right now. Right now I have 2 meals a day.
Well,
Morning
for
yeah.
races.
Yep, for races, whatever's left over usually is what I do. Like, typically, my baited water is just soaked kibble, really.
Okay.
And then maybe a little bit of meat, But I do that every year changes.
Yeah, that's true.
So last year I found that just soaked kibble is a really great way to do it. It's all soaked kibble, and that way they get hydrated. I also don't like throwing the soaked kibble on the ground, so other mushers pass through it, and they.
Do you guys like pressure can any kind of fish?
I don't.
If you pressure can fish, it's like when you said the whole the pot thing. So what we're planning on doing is we do the fish and then we put the like we're like boiling down fish heads and we put the fish water and when we pressure can it. You do the fish water into the baited water. They will actually just drink the water and there's no baited kibble. They just want the fish. They just want the fish.
Yeah.
oil.
So one thing I do is like when I cut up all of the meat I cut my meat up and I cut my fish up and I'll put a tarp down and all that meat and fish dust that comes up on the tarp I throw that in a bag and
Oh,
save that
wow.
for baited water.
Oh, dang. Okay, that's really smart. That's
a lot. One thing I do with baited water
Nice.
is save that for that. Like I really don't do much baited water, unless it's really hot out. Even then, if it's really hot out, dogs typically don't want to drink the water.
right.
So it's kind of like when it's really cold out. Like my dogs, they're really good at snacking. I can just throw a piece of fish around, and they gobble it up. Or if they don't want the fish, I give them chicken. If they don't want the chicken, I give them pork belly. If they don't want the pork belly, I give them beef. I know they're gonna eat the beef.
Okay, so question for you. Out in the middle of nowhere. So we've all seen the video from where the one guy out sled dog ride with his dogs, and he had that encounter with moose. Have you ever had any encounters like that?
Fortunately, too many.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've had 3 pretty bad encounters with moose.
Okay, so just moose or like wolves or any other animals?
No, never. I mean, I had one cool encounter with a wolf pack. It could have been also another dog team. I don't know. But I was camping out, and the dogs were camping, and my dogs were howling, and I'm pretty sure it was a pack of wolves howling, but could have been another dog team down the road. Who knows?
Yeah.
This was just on a trade. This was like my first year mushing too.
Yeah.
But no, moose encounters. Yeah, I've had my first year dog mushing, 2016, 17, 18, around there. Yeah, I got trampled by a moose real bad.
What?
Oh, I got knocked out cold, dragged home.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so what led to that? Like, did you come up upon a moose, or the moose came upon you?
I think it was
You
just
guys
like a
rescued?
pretty. I was going around this corner. This was back when I worked for my mentor, Sven Haltman. He was he was my mentor, trained me everything. He taught me everything I know. But yeah, I was whipping around a corner, and this moose just came out of nowhere and just nailed me.
Oh, was there a baby around or anything?
This was a bull. My first one was a bull.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My first one, I think it was just like the moose got startled because I was whipping around a corner. It was just like bad place, bad
Yeah. So you
time,
guys
right?
were in his territory.
He ran
basically.
me pretty well. Like he hit me pretty good.
Oh,
Trampled
wow.
pretty bad. Yeah, I got knocked out. And then I was conscious enough where I was able to tie myself to the dog sled, and I got dragged home a little bit. I kept waking up and whatever, but I had probably a pretty bad concussion.
So you hooked yourself to the dog sled, and the dogs drugged you home.
Yeah, they got me home safe.
Oh wow!
That's one thing like about building trust with these dogs is like
What?
Yeah, and that brings me to another point is that so when I'm training my dogs, I do a lot of hill training, and I don't help my dogs up these hills. And that's the reason why. These dogs, they need to get me home safe if I get hurt, right? So, like, I don't help them up hills during training season. Now, when we go to a race, game on. I'm helping them up every single hill.
Right.
But when we're doing training runs, we have a really steep hill. I mean, 2,400 feet climbing hill. They're getting me up it.
Oh wow!
I mean, there's this one hill, so Lance Mackey, you guys probably heard of Lance Mackey, right?
Yeah.
So he's a guy that I definitely got to hang out with quite a bit back when I first got into dog mushing, which was really cool. But back where I were first trained dogs, there's this place where it's called we call it Suicide Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, if my dogs can't take me up that hill, then I don't go to a race. And that's a great way to look at it. It's like if those dogs can't, this hill is literally almost 2,000 feet of climbing. I mean, to some extent, I'm gonna help them a little bit, but like if they can get up that hill, they're gonna get you home safe,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, but yeah, once you go through, about a couple weeks before a race, that's when we really start working on that pace and making it work.
Got you. Okay, so are there any more questions? All right, Fairbanks, North Star Borough. Thank you for joining us on another exciting episode. This was actually our 20th episode. So if you've been with us from episode 1, this is episode 20. And what they usually say is if you can get past your 7th episode on a podcast, you're kind of sort of doing something good. So on that note, thank you, Joey. Thank you, Evelyn, for being the 20th episode. My name is Tilden.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Brandy.
I'm Joey.
I'm Evelyn.
And this was 36, and we are out. Peace.
It's 36, the podcast. Podcast 36.